Hey, hi, social media family. Being any subscribers and any visitors to that being in my own social media channel and or chat room or comment session. How are you all doing? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay, if not better yet to be said, to be feeling all right. If not best of all to be said, to be feeling blessed and stressed, more blessed and stressed, and too blessed to possibly become and be stressed. You and yours, your family and friends, and hopefully me and mine likewise as well, are all the same. And now that I've gotten the preliminaries out the way, being in the basic intro as an introduction, you know, and likewise the footnotes, and do disregard Mr. or Miss Pop-Up depending on whichever one's gender is. There's always, one of the likes of the internet troll characters, among the visitors to that being in my own YouTube social media channel chat room or comments section, where certain visitors, they would just pop in for a couple few seconds and then just as quick pop out. I be hating that. That shows a total disrespect for my own social media channel. I just wish they would pop up just as much in my chat room or comment section so that I could block them and possibly permanently if they show their true colors by mouthing off something goofy within or in my comment section or chat room or however said for the last mention. And whereas a person of interest or the likes of a character, as I would expect one to be, or likes of usual suspects and public enemy number ones, or the rank and file of the criminal elements could possibly be one of my past and present neighbors from damn hell, characters. Being of which the present social media content is really about anyway. You gotta make a reference to that's partly the likes of them being of strangers who live in the building as one of the residents or tenants, being of whom are the likes who attempt to terrorize and traumatize their fellow neighbors, residents, and tenants, because that's what neighbors from damn hell do, when it would be bad enough if some of such complete strangers were to come off of the street and trespass the primitive properties and come off like some of such squatters, whereas the present social media content is partly about the last mention as well as the neighbors from damn hell who live among their fellow neighbors as residents or tenants themselves who would go about attempting to terrorize and traumatize their fellow neighbors as they would continue to violate their own apartment rental lease, and at the same time, all the while they would disregard or disrespect the rights and privileges of their fellow neighbors. And as I would suspect that certain ones, if not all, the proverbial neighbors from damn hell could possibly be moonlighting as crank callers, as well as internet trolls, and likewise be moonlighting as stalkers, etc. Anyway, though, let's get into the present social media content, shall we? Well, first of all, as I give you all the 411 info upon what my day was like, not that you all are a PO as in probation officer for me, you know. But every now and then, well, sometimes I give you all, your persons and my social media family of subscribers and visitors to my social media channel and chat room comment section alike, that being a what we call freebies, you know, uh, secular content. Though, if anything, more or the majority of freebies would be of a religious nature. Because unless I get my 4,000 subscribers so that I can finally get paid, then, any freebies would be mainly or mostly just that, being of a religious nature. But sometimes I give you all content, that social media content that was secular one. So with that having been said, I did ask you all how you all doing. I think, yeah, appreciate it. Anyway, though, yes. So, getting back to what I was about to say or try to think to go about giving you all the 411 on what my day was like here now. Whereas meant to go to the library today, I missed out because that's one of my regular hunts, you know. And it was quite a challenging day today with the weather temps, and you have got to stay hydrated for any season of the year, especially when it comes to that being, summer and winter. Well, anyway, though, kind of woke up late today and started my day off late because the pinhead or brain dead, brainless, bonehead, butthead, one of the neighbors from damn hell, being of the drug pusher, dope dealer down the hall, want to play the part of the midnight cowboy last night. Carrying on, going in and out the back door to the building here, being of which is next to my apartment door, disrupting or interrupting my sleeping patterns, as well as he himself was disturbing my peace of mind, and I didn't like that, and whereas I have that the alternative option to bring it to the attentions of the management of the building, as well as to the boys in blue, the fuzz, the big boss man, or as in police officers or cops being members of the law enforcement community. Because that is just showing total disregard or disrespect for your fellow neighbors if you're not respecting their rights and privileges, and at the same time you violate your own apartment rental lease agreement. But anyways, though, so I started my day off late, then at because of him making like the midnight cowboy for something like a few nights in a row, few consecutive nights in a row. So nevertheless, I got some business taken care of. I got me a bite to eat, and out there in the street and some place of business. And I kind of, try to, chill regardless of what the weather temps is like, and count my blessings, and concentrate upon the business at hand for my own personal survival, and try to meditate for that matter, to try to think to acquire more peace of mind, regardless of the chaos or the mayhem, certain neighbors, and also the likes of neighbors from damn hell, criminal riffraff associates could possibly attempts to become and be a conflict of interest upon premises of properties for a place of business, and or for mass transit of a public transportation system to be compared on to neighbors from down hell until it become a conflict of interest for a building where a person could possibly pay annual monthly rent, utilities, and etc. And then pretty much so and just called it a day, more or less. Oh, it's all good. Yeah. Whereas other than this one particular proverbial neighbor from down here attempting to get upon my last nerve, being of the drug pusher, dope dealer in question. But I had a pretty good day. Oh yeah, but then during the course of the day, this other neighbor, he was mentioning how he supposedly lost his building key. You have to unlock the mechanism of the lock for the building before you can come into the building and get to your apartment. You have to have a key as well for that, for the door otherwise, as well as a key for your apartment. So he lost his building key, and he was mentioning to me how it could possibly cost him a pretty penny to get another one. So I played the part of Good Samaritan for him and decided to give him the money to get him another copy of the building key. Seriously though, the only reason why I'm mentioning it is because I get to reflecting upon it. It had to be God placed on my heart, man, to do so. But the only reason why I'm mentioning it is the reason purpose, or whatever I said, is because as it was brought to mind, I had to think how, if I give him a building key, that if I help him get another building key, that is, get a copy of a building key after he would have paid the money to the management, by me giving him money to do just that, take care of the necessary business at hand, by him paying money to the management of the building so he could get another copy of the building key. From there, maybe could possibly cut down on some of such a riffraff, being a rank and file of criminal elements that be coming through here, and because he would prop the building door open that leads to the different units of apartment. I say, stay for the record. He would prop it open with some kind of a book, and I didn't like that when I was noticing that on quite a regular basis. I said, people keep doing this. Only to find out today, he tells me he lost his building key. I'm like, what? And then I get to think, oh, that's not good. And I get to thinking from there, let me see if I can get to my bank soon enough for the day before it closed for the holiday weekend. As you all know, Independence Day holiday, being on the 4th of July, just around the corner. And I made it there in time. And I made a withdrawal for the amount he was telling me that he needs to get a replacement building key to, compensate for the one he lost. And so from there, once I got money out of my bank account, from there I come back to the building here and knocked on his door. And I told him, here's some money for you to get a replacement building key for yourself, And that's what I did. Not that I mean to brag, but it just get me reflecting how if I help him get a replacement building key, then maybe we have less riffraff coming and going, and that's including if this other neighbor from down here among the likes, the known drug pusher, dope dealer, West. From then on, he would have to use his key instead of just opening the door and coming through here after the other neighbor could leave the door open by propping it open and leaving it unlocked and open by means of putting a book between the door and the border of the door. you know, make sure he get back in, though he has relatives that stay in his apartment, but he would do that when he go out and come back in. And so I give him money to get a replacement key so that all the same it could, kind of have this other neighbor, the drug with the dope dealer, have to use this key from now on to get into the building, you know, regardless of whether or not he could bring some fellow drug pusher, dope dealers through here, homies of his, and because I'm like, that's regarding making reference to my own personal safety. If this other neighbor don't have a building key and he's popping the door to the building open like that with a book, you know what I'm saying? All the same, if is when if he would do that before I found out that he lost his building key, and whereas he could have kept on doing that, he would keep on doing that until I found out today that he lost his building key. So I gave him money to get a replacement, because that's what Christians do. Christians are believers in God, and Protestants, not Catholics, supposed so-called Jehovah's Witnesses, supposed so-called Latter-day Saints. And I can't really say against my better judgment, it's my better judgment or against a gut feeling, because this guy is disabled. He's in a wheelchair, right? So how much more I should give him the benefit of the doubt, But then if he's just running game on me, and if he don't get that replacement key, then I know he was just shucking and jiving, whereas he could use the money I gave him to get some drugs, dope as well as drinks. Then from now on, if I see that door prop open with a book, I just close it. That let me know that he didn't get the building key with the money I gave him. I just closed it and say, now you're on your own, that much more, I mean, I gave you money I was trying to help you out. I gave you money to get a replacement building key. If he come out acting foul, funky from there, and spend that money for something else than what he's supposed to do to take care of that shit, be hand and get a replacement building key. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I played the part of Good Samaritan to do just that for him. And I'm about to close out, on this last note of interest, I like to say, if you haven't gotten Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, I hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in vain, but realize what he himself had done upon the cross of Calvary by professing faith in him and accepting him as your Lord and Savior. So you will have that fire insurance against the lake of fire down hell. You don't have to worry about being assumed with the rest of unsaved, lost down human souls to be burning forever and be tortured and terrorized by devil and demons for all eternity, because you would be among like-minded believers in the kingdom of God, among God and his angels. Don't take care of it. Peace.